Hi guys. So, just wanted to check in um after this last deep dive in February of 2024. And for me it there was so much that happened, and I'm curious to just touch in with you, each of you, regarding your experience in the deep dive. Um, because each of these dives is so different and um, so much is moving and changing in the world. I think it's really valuable to just reflect on what how it was, what happened. Mm, so the question is like, what's most alive for you after this last deep dive? A little more than a week ago, a little less than a week ago.
Yeah, I can share. Is that all right?
Yeah.
I think what we've been talking about this morning, this what's really alive is, yeah, creating that deep family, just making ourselves available for that and in a bigger way than we have been. Because so far it's really been like individuals reaching out and taking time and being on calls, being in connection, but it feels like it could be so much bigger and deeper than that. Yeah, and I think that like this past deep dive, I personally have been moving through so much in my system, shedding these layers, and so I can feel my level of clarity coming in, albeit a bit slow. It's not like full speed, but like clarity is coming in and excitement around feeling the space, actually starting to feel the space to create something that's bigger and deeper, that is really a safe container where people can come and bounce around their things in there and start to feel what that feels like to be in that space more regularly and to feel that being held, and then also to learn to hold, all of those things that are coming in with that deepening. That's exciting for me right now. Mhm.
Awesome. Mm. It feels like, yeah, we've been wanting the space around, like the energy of the dive that's like so potent and so healing and expansive and layered and rich, to like to keep going, right? To like keep sort of like getting an image of like the embers of a fire, just like keep kind of crackling and keep um nourishing us and creating a space out, even outside of just the dive weekends, and even outside of the integration that's so important. I mean, I think most people understand the concept that the integration piece of a medicine experience is more, perhaps more important than the experience itself. And so there's been a yearning for that, and it feels like it's like coming forth. We're birthing it in a way, and that does feel exciting.
Mhm. And along with that, I've been wanting to hold that space on a more intimate level for a long time. I've been thinking of it, dreaming of it, creating, and then not taking it anywhere. But I can feel the pieces that those puzzle pieces coming in and getting ready to click in, like the desire to hold space or teach really a course, like deepest integrity in holding ceremony space, facilitation of ceremony space to help people who are wondering, like, how do you really step into truest alignment to hold space in that kind of place. And then separate from that, all the daily things like working with relationship, working with partner, and working with self in relationship, working with family, working with the idea of unschooling and just deconditioning the layers that have been just loaded on top of us so that we can start to find that inner light, that truth that is what I think we're all walking towards, what really maybe is what we're here to walk into and expand from. So that feels like, oh my God, it's gonna happen. It is gonna happen. Gonna start creating these places that people can land and listen and speak and feel and walk, and then yeah, discover their path within that energy flow.
Yeah, to me, it sounds like and looks like what we've done in the recent years is just do, like establish the foundation of the basics of what we bring in. So and while that is fun, now we have like some sort of structure, but the structure is really only the takeoff location for what this really is. No? So the bigness of what we're doing, and without like, oh, we should have done it quicker or better or whatever. And no, it was all very necessary to build or to take so much time to build a foundation rather than rushing into like result space and sacrificing the foundation. So I can see how powerful it is. The foundation, as we have, the deep dive has been around for many years now. We've worked with hundreds of people, and it's kind of like the smallest possible way of how we could bring our gifts into the space, no? And it's been getting a little tight in there, no? And so we all know it's time for expansion for us too. So we take this foundation and now, which is also very exciting. Like just listen, that lots of listening work into what is there, what are we experiencing, and what wants to move into this space. No? So I really love this conversation that we have, and it's a very alive and organic, and with no agenda of like this is what it needs to look like. We're not a company with a certain goal, but our goal is really just to listen and respond to and dance with the cosmic intelligence here. And the initial platform or launch pad of having a space that is immaculate. Like there's so much love in this space, and so much care, and so much invitation to be who we are in this space, which is hard to find in our society, that people typically can dive way deeper, and plus we can all dive, although we're not taking any substances, and in the deep dives we can still go very, very deep because we don't have an agenda to check off boxes, but we can really check in with presence and with ourselves. And so things can happen in this space that typically don't happen in other places, even if you use medicine. And so now what I see is like we're running into like, wow, is 10 hours really enough? I mean, it's okay for the dive, but now we're getting to like, where is that expansion? And part of that is the element of tribe, which already is happening. People come back and they're like, oh, you are here, like, I don't want to name the names, but, and they're just like hugging each other and like, oh, I love it. I'm seeing my family. Some people come back a couple times, but sometimes people come back 5, 6 times, no? And not necessarily, one after the other, but over the years. And we have these gatherings that we already started, the integration gatherings. So there's a sense of tribe and family. And what I see is that it's also that goes beyond even the journey in itself as a separate thing. It kind of works into building this mycelium, this network of connection in times where, you could say we are encouraged to disconnect and separate and sit in the comfort of our own home.
Mm-hmm.
So now I think a big step of what we're doing right now is to open up this uh, this invitation for people who are looking for like deeper connection. And with that comes purpose too, because you're bringing your gifts into what, like, if you don't have a community, what are you bringing your gifts into? Or are you bringing your gifts at all? But I think there's a direct relation between bringing your gift and a community.
Mm.
And so we can all support each other and hold each other accountable and have deep lasting friendships that are invaluable. Happier
Mhm.
world.
Yeah, thank you both for just doing what you're doing in such a, like, it's like the words like authentic, and they just like almost cheapen what is actually happening. This idea of like talking what you're walking, right? You're not, we mentioned this before at one time, but you're not like walking the talk. You're already walking it, and you're bringing it forth in this incredible way. And it's like you're modeling this alternative to the programming and to the societal expectations and norms and whatever. And it's so beautiful and it's so real. And when people encounter that, it's like, how do we make an entire community, family based off of those principles? Because we're going against this huge tidal wave of programming, right? And it's like, here you guys are in the deep dive experience going, boop, like, try this instead. And then there's this tidal wave and it just kind of goes around this new way of being. And if we can, there's more of us showing up that way, and we need each other, and we need a community, and we need to do it outside of just the medicine space. We need to do it in how we show up in life. And so this is such an amazing embodied answer to that. And it feels so exciting. And it also, like, from my perspective, it feels like it really wants to happen now, kind of to what Brie was saying, like all these like pieces are like clicking in, and it's like, boom, here it is. And so what an exciting time to be a part of this community and to be connected with you guys and the people that participate. It is a family. It's almost like the people that get attracted to this work like are meant to be working together in family, in community. And yeah, it's time.
Mhm. Yeah, it's sweet reflection. And I would say it's not almost like they're meant to come in and be a family. Like it feels so, yeah, intended, some cosmically intended, that the people come, it's not an accident. And some might not tack in and remain in that connection, but most do. And that's perfect. People can have the opportunity to move back in or move out as they need to have their own exploration in space, but community's here, which feels really good. And I'm so happy you're in the family.
Me too.
This is such a great example too, that it is that vibrational field, like coming from our vibration, pulling people. Of course, we have to show up with our vibration and create a space so people can see us. Kind of like you got to build that lighthouse. And then some people are like, screw this lighthouse. It doesn't make any sense to me, keep on moving, which is great. That's what we want. But the people who are having like a somewhat close vibrational match with the field that surrounds us, they'll be attracted, and so it's kind of like how you showed up too in that field. So we didn't like send out like not literally send out an invitation for you, but cosmically speaking, or vibrationally speaking, we sent out this invitation, and you heard it somehow, or you felt it, you showed up, and then because you resonated so strongly with this vibration, you moved very quickly into the space of being part of the core team, holding the space actually, which is exactly what I want to see with this work. Like we're not participants and facilitators, but we're all the tribe, like in a vibrational connection, learning more and more about how we work and who we are and what we bring into this world as a family.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. This experience of being in the field with you both and with, yeah, the tribe has just like activated so many parts of me that I just wasn't even aware of. And the wild thing too that I'm seeing in my life, and I just want to speak to this, is like now, like especially after this last one, it's like this past week has felt like 3 years of amazing stuff happening, and it's like I'm seeing the people that I love that you guys don't even know getting ignited by me. Like there's like this field that has come alive around me in stepping into my power and my like capacity and my bigness. And then like this friend is having like a mind-blowing experience, and that friend and this friend, and it's it's such a demonstration of how when we get aligned with our truth and what we're here for, that it affects everyone around us. And then like this, I'm seeing this person and this person start to align, and they didn't even do a dive yet. And so it's like it's so profound, it's so powerful, and it reaches people way beyond even the like core family, and they're becoming a part of the family because like the resonance that gets activated and kind of stays in the field starts to affect other people. And I hope that that idea comes across. Like it's kind of a different concept, at least for me. It's like a new concept. It's like, whoa, I'm carrying something in me that comes from this experience, and that and it starts to activate people that might be ready to carry that too. And so anyway, it's big work. It's amazing to be in this community, and you guys have like literally very, very clearly to me like changed and activated my life in the most incredible of ways. And so it's like totally an honor, and it's like, oh, here you are, here we are, like, now we can get to work and like do what we're here for. To me, like that's what I've been looking for my whole life, you know? So yeah, so thank
Oh,
you.
that's amazing.
I love that. Yeah.
It's the 100th monkey effect, isn't it? Is that what it's called? The 100th monkey. You should look that up if you don't know it. But like,
Never heard of it.
just like the the rippling actions that are happening here, just are happening through the experience of this family, this tribe over here, and through that, it taps into the consciousness grid, and then the family of monkeys over here on this other island they get the information before having to go through the learning of it. They go, this is how I do this. This is how I work with this. And this is that ripple effect, and how mass, whatever that is, the tipping point, like we're going to ripple. And the people who haven't been to this particular experience or those other particular experiences are going to feel the wave of Jessie, feel the wave of Bjorn or Brie, and start to get it even before having to go into that container, which will signify resonance, and call, the magnetism, call the people in, and then the deepening continues, and more deepening, and wider ripple and wider resonance, and then at some point it'll go. People will be like, whoa, I'm here.
Yeah. How freaking awesome.
I want to like briefly pull into what you said, like how even in the facilitation role, so to say, you have and deep dive has such a huge impact on you, life-changing impact. And I want to say, I see that's what's so different to like more of an old paradigm approach to holding space, where you remain unchanged and unfazed, and you just like have other people have this experience down there while you're like, and I see this, it's so beautiful and so powerful. I would say we all make ourselves available. We also go there, with the people. We're not taking any substances, we'll be sober, but with our practice, we can totally go into these spaces that they are going, and how, like, and seeing through their eyes and experiencing through their emotional field. And I cannot come out of any deep dive that I am facilitating without being forever changed in a beautiful way. So, and I love that there's only win in this space.
Yeah. Perfect. Oh, love you guys so much.
Love you too, Jessie.
Yeah, I love you too.
Thank you.
We could go for hours, I think, but it's time to close for today, but we'll do this more.
Awesome. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much, Jessie.
Thank you so much. Mwah.
Love you.
Love you.
You.
Ciao.
Bye.